Hello everyone. Today we will discuss the topic types of microscopes in this presentation. Microscope is an instrument that is used in science laboratories to visualize very minute objects such as cells, microorganisms, and giving a contrast image that is magnified. Those microorganisms or cells which we cannot be able to see with our naked eyes, for that we have to use the microscopes for by the magnification. Then microscopes are made up of lenses for magnification, each with its own magnification powers, and depending on the types of lenses, it will magnify the specimen according to its focal length. So we will see there are several different types of microscopes used in light microscopy, and the four most popular types are compound, stereo, digital, and the pocket, or we also call it as a handheld microscopes. We will see all these microscope one by one in further slides. So first one is the compound light microscopes. As we have seen in this image, this is binocular. Commonly two eyepieces are used in these microscopes, and it combines the power of lenses and light to enlarge the subject being viewed. Typically the eyepiece itself allows for 10x and 15x magnification, and when combined with the 3 or 4 objective lenses which can be rotated into the field of view, it can produce higher magnification at the maximum of around 1000. The compound light microscope is popular among botanists and zoologists for studying the plant cells, animal cells in biology, to view the bacteria and parasites, as well as the variety of the human and the animal cells also. Then after that, this is the stereo microscope. In this image, as we have seen, that this is the stereo microscope. It is also called as the dissecting microscope. It also has two optical paths at slightly different angles, allowing the image to be viewed three-dimensionally under the lenses. And these stereo microscopes magnify at a lower power, typically between 10x and 200x, and generally below the 100x. With this type of microscope, we generally have the choice of purchasing the fixed or the zoom variety from the manufacturer and are relatively inexpensive. Uses of this type of microscope generally includes looking at the surfaces, microsurgery, and watchmaking, plus building and inspecting the circuit boards. So this is the stereo microscope. Then this is more advanced. It is called as the digital microscope. This digital microscope step up into the 21st century with a digital microscope and enter the world of amazing details. The digital microscope invented in Japan in 1986, and it uses the power of computer to view objects not visible to the naked eyes. So among the different types of microscope, this kind can be found with or without eyepiece. It also connects to the computer monitor via USB cable. Much like this, it connecting the printer and mouse also. The computer software allows the monitor to display the magnified specimen on this screen, and moving images can be recorded, or a single image can be captured in the computer's memory. Advantage of this digital microscope is the ability to email the images via this apparatus. Also, it is comfortably watch moving images for the long periods. Then we will see the another microscope. This is the USB computer microscope. It is, although not well suited to the same scientific applications as other light microscopes, but the USB computer microscope among the different types of microscope can be used on almost any object and requires no preparation of the specimen. This is a wonder, or we can say a best advantage of this microscope. It is essentially a macro lens used to examine images on a computer screen plug into its USB port. However, the magnification is restricted and is not comparable to your standard compound light microscope at only up to 200 with a relatively small depth of the field, but technically this is more advanced microscope. Then another, this is a very portable and handy microscope. It is really very good to carry. In examining the different types of microscopes available on the market, the pocket microscope may be tiny but its abilities are impressive. This is a device which is a great gift for a child or your student. It is used by scientists for handheld imaging of a variety of specimens or objects in the field or in the laboratory. So it is very small, durable, portable with a magnification ranging from 25x to 100x, and there are many different models available in it. You may even want to check out the portable digital microscopes that are available now, as this is an invaluable tool to aid in image sharing and the analysis. Nowadays this is really a very great gift for the scientists and the students to carry for the process of research and work in the field. Then next is the acoustic microscope. This acoustic microscope is less about resolution and more about finding the faults, so cracks or errors from samples during the manufacturing process. This microscope is used, and with the use of high ultrasound, this type of microscope is the easiest intracavity imaging tool available. It is a microscope that is underused primarily due to the fact that it is less known for its capabilities. Scanning acoustic microscopy or SAM is the most current type of acoustic microscopy available to the today's scientists. They can use it to view a sample internally without staining it or causing it any damage, and thanks to point focusing technology, which relies on a beam to scan and penetrate the specimen while it is in the water. So this is also a good advantage of this microscope, that the process of staining and the preparation is we doesn't have to go for the long procedure. We just have to use the water, means sample in the water for magnification or for observing under the microscope. So from these different types of microscopes, as we compare from very first, that is the compound microscope or the dissecting microscopes, the advanced technologies created such a microscope that technically these are really very much useful for research, and it really efficiently work to means less time is required for getting the results from these advanced microscope techniques. So with these different types of microscopes, another we will see, that is the electron microscope. Among the different types of microscope, this is a powerful microscope available and used today, allowing researcher to view a specimen at a nanometer size. This is a picture of this electron microscope, and this is again a monitor. On this monitor we can able to see the image of our specimen. And this the transmission electron microscope, this is the first type of these electron microscope which is capable of producing images 1 nanometer in size, such a high resolution. And the TM is a popular choice for nanotechnology as well as semiconductor analysis and the production. Then after that, as we have seen the different kinds of microscopes and the different types of technical advancement in the microscopy, it is really very grateful to all the people of the life science to work with the microscope. With this very short discussion, I will stop here. Thank you so much.